Hello, this is Laura and welcome to the Learning Reading Hub. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to learn sight words using flashcards. If you're a regular viewer of this channel, you might be a little bit surprised that I'm talking about flashcards for teaching sight words. Don't worry, even if, yes, we are going to use flashcards, that doesn't mean that we're going to ask our students to memorize these words. Not at all. In fact, we are going to decode these sight words. We are going to read them phonetically, at least as much as we can, even the tricky ones, using some very special flashcards. The flashcards that I'm going to use are these ones over here. They look a little bit different, right? Let me explain what these colors and symbols mean and why I think they are such a fantastic tool, especially with our beginner readers and with our struggling readers. Okay, so the first thing to notice is that these flashcards are color-coded. This is to facilitate the student's job and to help them make sense of the rules in a very intuitive way. So let's see what the different colors mean. The black parts, like these ones, these black chunks are 100% phonetically decodable. Not only that, these parts are red with the most common sound these letters say. This is the first one that children learn, so A for apple, not A as in the second sound in the word made, K for cat, not S as in the last sound of the word place, E for elephant, not E as in the word me, etc. Okay? For instance, we have this word 100% in black, very easily decodable. There's nothing weird going on, no strange rules that we need to know about. We just need to know the letter sounds and how to blend. Then we have the green parts, like these ones over here. This means that there's a phonics rule going on, however, there's no irregularity or any unexpected spelling. This just means for our students, watch out, you'll have to recall some rule that you know about. For instance, here it can be that two L's make just one sound. Here is the V digraph, here is the K, Ch, and Sh digraphs, etc. Again, remember, there's no irregularity or unexpected spelling here. It's just that the phonics rule is slightly more advanced. Then, if we carry on a little bit farther, for instance, over here, it could be the magic key making the A say its name, as in take, make, made, or gave. Again, remember, there's no irregularity or unexpected spelling here. It's just that the phonics rule is slightly more advanced. If we carry on a little bit farther, we are going to find some orange bits as well. Okay, we found the orange bits over here. These orange parts mean that there's a slight irregularity going on. It's not the most common sound for that letter or group of letters, but it isn't a true exception either. For instance, when the letter S makes the Z sound. Okay, now let's go with the red parts. Okay, red means that there's a true irregularity, an unexpected spelling, and we need to watch out and memorize these bits. You may have noticed that these flashcards also have symbols. This is to help our beginner readers even further make sense of phonics rules in a very intuitive way. For instance, these underlined bits are found under letters that go together, such as digraph, vowel themes, both R syllables, etc. This symbol over here means that the letter E is affecting the way in which we have to read the letter A. We have to say its name, its long vowel sound, rather than its short sound. So we say take, make. This is basically the symbol for silent E syllable types. This symbol over here is quite intuitive. It means that we do not need to pronounce that letter because that letter is silent, as in take, make, when, white. Notice how we can have many symbols going on at the same time, like two underlined letters that go together in a digraph, a silent letter that we do not read, and a magic key or a silent E. The open door symbol means that it is an open syllable. Therefore, the vowel says its name instead of its short sound. We, me. The bumblebee indicates what I call the buzz effect. The The letter S makes the Z sound instead of the S sound. This is actually not uncommon at all in English, and we even have phonics and orthographic rules for this. So that is why I thought that it was a good idea to give this effect a name and let it have its own symbol. And this symbol over here indicates that there's a syllable break. You'll find it included in some multi-syllable words. Noticing where the break is help us remember the rules, especially when we also see the open door syllable that remind us that we need to say the long vowel sound. Open, not open. Myself, not myself. This arrow over here indicates what I call the W effect on the letter A. This W effect affects the letter A when it goes after the letter W. It usually makes the vowel say the short O sound, as in was or won't. By the way, you may have noticed there's a small number on the top left corner of its flashcard. What does that number mean, you may be wondering? Well, it's actually the position that the word holds in the adults ranking. This information can be very useful if you're a teacher or a homeschooling parent teaching your child to read and want to create your own phonics materials. The lowest the number, the most frequent the word is. Okay, now that we know what the different colors and symbols mean and how these flashcards can help our students, I want to talk about the order of introduction of these words. I want to talk about the strategies we can use to make the process of learning these words more effective, smoother for our children or students. The first thing I'd suggest is that you try to align their introduction with your children or students' phonics lessons as much as possible. So for instance, say you are teaching the voice TH digraph, take the high frequency words with the TH digraph in them, such as that, then, this, or them, and introduce them as part of that phonics lesson rather than introducing these words another day in another list with other random words that have nothing to do with this lesson. I know this is radically different from our normal approach. In general, high frequency words instruction is disconnected from phonics instruction. This means that whether the phonics rules that rule these words have been taught and explicitly explained to our children or not is not taken into consideration. In my opinion, integrating high frequency words in our phonics lessons as much as we can makes a lot of sense, because this allows students understand, and this is key, understand the spelling patterns they have, which will lead to long-term memory retention, and it truly facilitates their job. So this strategy, in conjunction with our special flashcards that allow us understand what is going on in a very intuitive way, which parts we need to pay close attention to, which parts are normal, can help our children big time. By the way, these flashcards are classified by phonics difficulty level 1 to 5, but this is for your reference only, so you have a clear guide to refer to when you want to quickly check the decodability of a word. As we want to align them with our own materials, my recommendation would be laminate them and maybe cut them individually and sort them out according to your own needs. If you are wondering, by the way, where to get these flashcards, I will leave you all the information on the video description, even though based on what I have shared with you in this video, you can go ahead and create your own. The ones we have been seeing together are not free, however, they are really affordable, around $20 at the time of recording. Besides, you can get a free sample to check whether you like them or not. And I will also leave a link on the video description for my audience so you can get a discount if you are interested in buying these flashcards. Besides, you will not only get the color-coded flashcards, you will also get a bundle with normal flashcards, coloring flashcards, and a how to document that is like a crash course on high frequency words. In this how to document, you'll of course learn how to use these phonics flashcards, but you'll also discover great ways to teach the irregular high frequency words, the ones that do not make sense. Before wrapping up this video today, I wanted to talk about a couple of points. The first one is, should you use these flashcards forever? And in my opinion, these flashcards are just a temporary teaching tool. Once your child or student has been exposed to the color-coded flashcards a few times and you believe he or she has understood the rules, you may want to start using regular plain flashcards. In fact, one suggestion to make things even easier for you is to use sight word boxes. You put the words that your child has already mastered in one box and the ones that need further review in another one. And once a word goes in the already mastered box, you start using plain flashcards for that one. And the second point before finishing up is how can I use coloring flashcards? Coloring the letters on the coloring flashcards in the bundle can be a great hands-on activity for your children or students. They can reinforce their learning and you can check if your students have understood the rules. You can either set up the coloring rules or you can let them come up with their own colors and symbols. So I hope this video has inspired you to look at high frequency words in a different way and has given you ideas and strategies you can start applying today, especially if you're working with children or students that are struggling with these. Remember that on the video description, I will leave you the links to get these flashcards if interested and to other relevant freebies. For even more ideas on high frequency words, I would recommend that you watch this video next.